Every year, enough Bugles are made here to fill hundreds of football fields, each one with that iconic golden crunch. Inside this sprawling factory, raw corn is milled into a fine powder, mixed with secret seasonings, and pushed through roaring machines that twist and shape the snack's unmistakable form in seconds. But how does a simple grain turn into a crispy horn with that hollow center you can slip onto your fingertips? The answer lies in a chain of machines so precise and fast, it almost feels like magic. And we're about to uncover the process step by step. Deep within the heart of a modern snack plant, the journey of this corn-based creation begins long before the first crunch ever reaches a consumer's hand. It starts with a raw ingredient that has been a staple for centuries: maize. The corn destined for these distinctive hollow cones is carefully sourced from some of the most productive farming regions in the United States, including Iowa, Illinois, and Nebraska. These states are part of the Corn Belt, a swathe of fertile land that produces billions of bushels each year. For a large facility making this snack, truckloads of dried corn kernels arrive daily, often contracted months in advance to lock in pricing and ensure consistent quality. Corn is chosen for its specific starch content, which is critical for the light yet crispy texture that defines the finished product. Farmers deliver the crop to regional grain elevators, where it's stored, graded, and tested before being shipped in bulk via freight trucks or rail to the processing plants. Upon arrival, the corn undergoes a rigorous intake process. Samples from each load are tested for moisture content, which must be within a precise range. Too dry, and the snack becomes brittle; too moist, and the dough will not form correctly. The kernels are also checked for foreign material, insect damage, or any signs of mold. From there, they move into towering silos, sometimes capable of holding several hundred tons of grain, ensuring a steady feed into the production line without interruption. This stockpiling is essential because large-scale snack factories can process tens of thousands of kilograms of corn flour every single day, translating into millions of finished cones per week. Before any shaping begins, the kernels are milled into a fine cornmeal using high-capacity roller mills. These machines crush and shear the kernels between steel cylinders, breaking them down into consistent granules. The milling process is both an art and a science. Operators must balance pressure and speed to avoid overheating the grain, which could damage the natural flavor. This flour is then sifted to remove any oversized particles, ensuring a uniform base for the dough. The economics of this stage are significant. Corn prices fluctuate on the global commodities market, influenced by weather patterns, fuel costs, and export demand. A sudden drought in a major producing country can send prices soaring, affecting margins for manufacturers worldwide. The milled cornmeal is transferred to massive blending tanks, where it's combined with water, salt, and carefully measured seasonings. While the flavor profile is added later in the process, even this early mixture contains ingredients that contribute to the final taste. This blending is fully automated in most plants, with computer-controlled systems weighing each component to within fractions of a gram. Large paddles churn the mixture until it forms a thick dough, and here lies one of the most fascinating technical challenges: achieving the perfect hydration. Too much water and the dough will collapse during shaping. Too little, and it will not puff properly in the fryer. Historically, when this snack first appeared in the mid-20th century, mixing was done in far smaller batches, often by hand or with simple paddle mixers. Early production methods were slow and labor-intensive, with workers shaping the dough into rough forms before frying. The modern method is an engineering marvel. The dough moves from the mixing tanks into an extrusion system, a powerful piece of equipment that uses a combination of pressure and heat to force the mixture through a custom die. This die is what gives the snack its signature conical shape, with a hollow center that forms as the hot dough expands the instant it leaves the machine. In a high-capacity facility, multiple extruders can run side by side, each capable of producing hundreds of shapes per minute. At this scale, automation dominates, though human operators are still essential for quality control. Vision inspection systems use high-speed cameras to monitor every piece as it emerges, flagging any that are misshapen or have surface defects. These rejects are quickly removed from the line and recycled back into the dough mix, ensuring minimal waste. The snack is vast. One major factory can produce several 100,000 kilograms of finished cones each month, much of it destined for markets across North America and beyond. Export markets in Asia, particularly Japan and South Korea, have shown increasing demand, while European countries also import significant volumes. The popularity of this snack lies not just in its flavor, but in its versatility. It can be eaten plain, seasoned in countless ways, or even used as a novelty serving vessel for dips. Once the dough shapes are extruded, they are conveyed directly into large fryers filled with high-quality vegetable oil. Although frying is technically a later stage, the way oil interacts with the dough is already considered during the earlier mixing phase. The initial processing steps ensure the shapes are uniform in thickness, allowing them to cook evenly without absorbing excessive oil. Maintaining the oil's temperature is a constant battle. Too hot and the cones burn, too cool and they turn greasy. These industrial fryers are equipped with advanced filtration systems to keep the oil clean, extending its lifespan and maintaining flavor consistency. Supply chain management plays a critical role in this operation. The factory relies on a just-in-time delivery model for certain perishable ingredients, such as flavoring blends that might lose potency if stored for long periods. However, for base materials like cornmeal, bulk storage ensures stability against supply disruptions. Transportation logistics are equally important. Raw materials often travel hundreds of miles, and any delay can ripple through production schedules. In terms of production speed, the journey from raw kernels arriving at the loading dock to fully formed, ready-to-fry shapes can take only a few hours. This efficiency is a stark contrast to the early days of snack manufacturing, when limited machinery meant a batch might take an entire day to prepare. Advances in automation have slashed labor costs, though certain tasks, like monitoring ingredient quality, still require skilled human oversight. Challenges in the early stages of production are numerous. Maintaining consistent quality across massive volumes is a constant pressure. Variations in corn quality between harvests can alter the final texture, requiring fine adjustments to milling and hydration. Energy costs are another concern. The machines involved in grinding, mixing, and extruding operate around the clock, consuming significant amounts of electricity and heat. Environmental sustainability is also gaining attention, with some plants investing in renewable energy or water recycling systems to reduce their footprint. Over the decades, the manufacturing process has evolved in response to both consumer demand and economic pressures. In the 70s and 80s, as snack popularity surged in North America, producers invested heavily in automated extrusion and frying systems to keep up. Today, global competition drives constant innovation. Factories are experimenting with alternative oils for frying, biodegradable packaging, and even tweaks to the recipe to cater to changing dietary preferences. The snack's cultural reach is remarkable. In the United States, it remains a nostalgic treat for many, evoking memories of childhood and parties, while in some countries, it's marketed as a premium novelty item. This international appeal means production lines must be adaptable, capable of switching seasoning blends and packaging formats to suit local tastes. That adaptability starts with the earliest steps of production. Uniform base shapes allow for endless flavor possibilities down the line. Every stage in these opening hours of production sets the tone for the finished product. The careful sourcing of corn, the precision milling, the exacting hydration, and the high-pressure extrusion are all part of an unbroken chain that stretches from American farmland to supermarket shelves worldwide. The fact that millions of these golden cones can be produced every single week is a testament to both agricultural abundance and engineering ingenuity. And while the final flavor and crunch are what consumers notice, it's in these early, unseen hours When grain is transformed into a perfect dough and shaped with machine-level precision, that the true magic happens. Here, efficiency meets tradition, economics meet craftsmanship, and history meets high-speed modernity, all to create a snack that has captured imaginations for generations. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world behind how bugles are made. It's incredible to think about the journey from a humble corn kernel to that iconic crunchy cone that's been a snack time favorite for decades. If you enjoyed exploring this process, there's plenty more where that came from. Stick around and check out another video to keep uncovering the secrets behind the foods we love. Every factory has its own story, and each process has a few surprises hidden along the way. If you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you never miss our next behind-the-scenes look at how everyday favorites are created. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite way to enjoy bugles? Or is there another food-making process you'd like us to explore next? Your ideas could be the inspiration for our next video.